What up, ladies? What's up, queens? And hello, boss babes. You are driven, and it totally shows. Your career or business is taking off, and maybe you're killing it in the mom game. But let me guess, your own health and self care didn't even make it onto the table this week, or last week, or the week before. Can I ask you a question? How would you like to lose 10 to 15 pounds over the next 10 weeks without having to diet or work out 24/7? At the same time, how would you like to double your energy, feel balanced, and show up in your career or business like the badass boss babe that you are? Most women who find themselves watching this video training right now are either a badass six-figure entrepreneur who is killing it in her career, but can't seem the time in her busy schedule to work on getting healthy, especially after you just committed to next year's PTO presidency or whatever insane commitment you just took on. Oh, yeah, I see you. And have you told yourself, I'm too busy bossing it to even think about working out, eating clean, or taking time for self care? Or perhaps you're a career focused woman who is hustling the day job from 9 to 5, then hurries home from work to work on her side hustle for 3 to 4 hours, and you're still trying to show up and be the best wife to your partner and loving mom to your kiddos, and feel like there's no time to fit it all in. Even though that you need to make your health a priority, you just can't seem to figure it out and how to do it all, right? No matter what kind of queen you are, your reality probably looks like this, right? You get up, you grab a cup of coffee, maybe a muffin from Starbucks, you rush to get into the office only to sit your ass down in front of the computer all day long. You tell yourself things like, I don't have time to eat. So you grab something quick and crappy and you scarf it down while reading another email. Let's face it, ladies, when the hustle is real and we don't take time to eat a balanced meal throughout the day, you can find yourself starving by 5 p.m. So, what do? You A, run through Taco Bell because, hey, it's quick and easy. Or B, you get home, you look in the freezer, you pop something in the air fryer, and boom, dinner done in 30. And let's not even talk about your lack of exercise and how this is affecting your sex life. I know. You're probably thinking, she's going to tell me that in order to lose weight and feel sexy in my body, I will need to stop eating my favorite foods, work out 7 days a week, and drink gross green smoothies instead of wine with the ladies. But dieting and working out 24/7 feels exhausting, right? It's one more to do on the never ending list of things that you're trying to incorporate but suck at. Don't worry, Queen. I feel ya. Heck, I am you. And what I want to share with you today is simple enough and it's actually doable. So here's the quick disclaimer. What I'm going to share with you about losing weight, feeling energized, and showing up with unstoppable confidence is so simple. You're going to think, Carissa, get real. This can't possibly work. Yeah, I see you. So here's the secret. You have been brainwashed into thinking that losing weight and feeling sexy has to be hard, expensive, complicated, and miserable. You've been dieting for so long that when I tell you that losing weight and feeling sexy and having an abundance amount of energy and getting it all done is going to be easy, you're probably going to call me crazy. And yes, ladies, I just said easy. EASY. So let me ask you a simple question. Are you ready? Are you ready to actually have the body, the energy, and the confidence that you have been dreaming, thinking, and obsessing about? Are you willing to throw out the diet playbooks, ditch the excuses, think outside the box, and start showing up like the badass boss babe queen that I know is inside of you? Let's start by taking a simple assessment. So I want you to answer either yes or no to the following questions. Grab a piece of paper and write down a Y or an N. We'll tally up your score at the end. All right, number one is you don't feel sexy and confident in your own skin anymore. Yes or no? You're tired of spending so much money on diets, pills, food prep services, fancy gym equipment, trainers, online programs, and health apps that don't seem to get, you the results long term? Yes or no? Your friends give you tons of health and wellness advice, but you can't seem to find the motivation to make lasting changes. Yes or no? You know you are meant for more, but you feel like your weight and lack confidence holds you back. Do you feel comfortable having sex, or have you stopped it altogether because you don't like the way your body looks anymore? Do you feel disappointed and guilty about how you let yourself go over the years? Do you feel overwhelmed and stressed out about all the healthy choices you should be making and beating yourself up daily over? Have you tried everything, but nothing seems to work for you? So you started to believe that there must be something wrong with me. Are you emotional wreck on the inside and you tend to turn to food, booze, drugs, and work just to cope with your feelings? Yes or no? Do you make excuses for why you don't have time to go to the gym or plan out your meals or eat healthy? Because let's face it, ladies, you're just so damn busy. Have you stopped setting health and wellness goals? And have you started settling for the blah body shape that you have? Do you feel disappointed with the reflection in the mirror and you wish you could do something about it? The voice inside your head is so negative and always reminds you that you're not enough or unworthy of love and attention. Yes or no? Are you tired of feeling like an imposter when it comes to showing up in your own life? And last one, do you deep down inside feel like a failure? Like what you're doing isn't enough? Now, if you've got more than two yeses on your paper, I've got good news and I've got better news. The good news is that nothing is wrong with you. And yes, you can have the rock and JLo body that you have been wishing for and the kick ass business or career. I'm here to tell you that yes, you really can have it all. Lots of energy, a positive mindset, a sexy, strong body, and unstoppable confidence that will help you skyrocket your success in other areas of your life. The better news is that I'm going to help you go deeper where it all seemingly separate problems originate so that you can fix the root cause. Are you ready? Great. By the way, I'm Carissa Atkins. I'm a former marketing and HR professional, two-time entrepreneur, certified life, health, and mindset coach, personal trainer, champion for women's health. I've been featured on ABC, CBS, Embassy, Market Watch, and so many more. I help busy CEOs and entrepreneurs lose 10 to 15 pounds of body fat, lay down lean muscle, and feel confident and sexy in your bodies. So, what I'm about to share with you is something that I personally have learned and experienced when it comes to having a mental, emotional, and physical transformation. Ladies, it's time to raise the standards, unleash our healthiest selves, and give ourselves permission to boss up to the next level of brilliance. So, number one, okay, I need you to ditch the diets and work towards becoming an intuitive eater. Let me tell you why you need to ditch the diet and embrace a more intuitive eating lifestyle instead. Diets, they don't freaking work. And here are two reasons why I personally don't believe in them. Number one is that they're restrictive, boring, and no fun. While most weight loss diets can help women lose weight, they may be successful over a short amount of time, but not long term. They're not successful long term. And here are a couple of reasons why, right? So, A, some women don't follow their diets to a T and they don't lose much weight even from the start, which can leave them feeling very frustrated and ready to give up. B, Others might master the diet that they're on, but fear what will happen long term because deep down inside, they know it's not sustainable. And C, right? Some women even engage in less exercise and movement because they lack the energy to even work out because they're consuming so little calories. The second reason why I am not a fan of diets is because dieting can be dangerous. Yeah, I said it, dangerous. We've all heard the phrase yo yo dieting. Yo yo dieting is just the repetitive cycle of gaining, losing, and regaining weight, which has been shown to have negative health effects, including increased risk of heart disease, long lasting negative impacts on your metabolism, and the consistent negative self talk daily, which affects your mindset in all areas of life. At any given time, more than a third of Americans are on a specific diet with weight loss as a leading reason. Most are going to be disappointed because even when successful, lost weight is frequently regained within a few months. Another study shows that popular diets simply don't work for the mass majority of people. Or more accurately, they are modestly effective for a while, but after a year or so, the benefits are largely gone. I want you to meet Stephanie. Now, Stephanie was a very successful six-figure CEO boss babe. She came to me frustrated, tired, and worried that she would never be able to lose weight and keep it off for good. She had jumped from diet to diet, and even though she had some decent results after each diet, she always found herself back in her fat girl jeans, feeling miserable and like a failure. She was so upset because she felt like she had control in so many areas of her life, but couldn't seem to get her shit together in her own health and weight loss. During our epiphany session, it was obvious to me that yes, she could commit to living a healthier life, but she couldn't really build any good, solid eating habits. She had been programmed by her mother and media that in order to lose weight and feel great, that she would need to be on some kind of diet. Ooh, boring. I mean, nobody wants to eat and be on a diet for a long term, right? Nobody wants to eat the same foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But after only 5 weeks on a diet, she would find herself, right, like losing some weight, but feeling super deprived and would end up self sabotaging her results because she missed yummy foods and drinks out with the girls. Now, Stephanie chose to work with us, and within a matter of 3 weeks, she had not just lost 2 inches from her waist, but she had learned how to plan, prep, and prepare weekly meals, which allowed her to eat different types of food every single day of her life. I remember when she finished her program, she said, "Carissa, I love the fact that I can eat what I want, when I want, and still see the scale go down." Now, after 6 weeks into the program, she had not only become the master of intuitive eating, but she also figured out how to fit in 4 weekly workouts into her busy schedule, which allowed her to start feeling happier, healthier, and more productive in her business. The part that blew my mind the most was that she didn't have to diet or eat boring foods in order to lose weight. She realized that by building healthier eating habits, she could now eat the foods that she loved, and she didn't feel like she had to go on another crazy diet ever again. Stephanie created some solid eating habits, and because of our work together, she will never ever have to count a calorie, starve herself, or hate her body again. Now, you might be thinking, what is intuitive eating, and why is this better for me than another diet? Well, intuitive eating is a philosophy of eating foods that make you the expert of your body and its hunger and fullness signals. Essentially, it's the opposite of traditional dieting. It doesn't impose guidelines about foods to avoid or what and when to eat, but instead, it teaches you that you, yes, you are the best person, the only person to make those healthy choices for your body. Intuitive eating is an eating style that promotes a healthy attitude towards food and body image. The idea that you should eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. Though this should be an intuitive process for many people, it's not. Trusting diet fads and so called experts about what, when, and how to eat can lead you away from trusting your own body and intuition. To eat intuitively, you may need to relearn how to trust your body. To do that, you need to distinguish between physical and emotional hunger. Now, physical hunger is the biological urge that tells you to replenish its nutrients. It builds gradually and has different signals, such as a growling stomach, fatigue, or irritability. It's satisfied when you eat any food. Okay. Now, emotional hunger, this is driven by the emotional need. Sadness, loneliness, and boredom are some of the feelings that can create cravings for food, often comfort foods. Eating then causes guilt and self-hatred. So if that's you and you're like, damn, Carissa, I've been on a diet forever, I'm going to ask that you ditch the diet mentality. Okay, so epiphany number 2 is that I need you to also ditch the exercise plans that you've been on, those excessive exercise plans and countless hours on the cardio machines, because ladies, you don't need them to lose weight. So if trying to stay healthy wasn't already confusing enough, now science has come along to crash everything we thought we knew about getting fit and staying fit. Media has made us believe that in order to lose weight and tone up, that we need to be eating less calories and doing more cardio. Well, there is some truth to eating less calories and working out more. This can and will eventually lead to burnout in the body. When I ask women about their health and their wellness goals, they always say things like, well, Carissa, I want to be skinny, or I want to lose weight, or I just want to look good. But I have, like, in reality, what women really want is sculpted shoulders, smaller waistlines, and they want to wear cute, sexy clothes that allows them to feel like a badass boss babe. When I walk into the gym, I notice 2 things. Number 1 is that the ladies are on the cardio machines or in the aerobics room. And number 2 is that the men are in the weight room building strong, lean muscle. Now, this blows my mind because while cardio is important, so is strength training, especially for women. So common forms of cardio include walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, and fitness classes. Cardio machines may be including a rower, elliptical, a stair climber, or a treadmill. And yes, cardio does burn calories and helps aid in weight loss. Combining it with at least 2 to 3 days a week of strength training workouts can increase the rate on which you lose the weight. So let me ask you this. What comes to mind when you hear the words weight or strength training? If looking like the Hulk comes to mind or some insane female bodybuilder, you're probably not wrong, right? You may have heard that weight training can make women look bulky from building muscle and that strength training is dangerous. Another common thing that I hear a lot is that once you stop building muscle, that muscle will turn to fat if you stop lifting. Ladies, can I give you some real truth here? None of that is true. In fact, it's all bullshit. Okay. The NHS recommends that in order to stay healthy, adults should partake in 2 types of physical activity each week: aerobic exercise, which is your cardio, and strength training. Now, weightlifting carries so many benefits that will lead to a healthier, stronger, leaner looking you. So, why am I a huge fan of strength training? Well, it improves your fat loss. So, when lifting weights, you build lean muscle. The more muscle you have, the quicker your metabolism works. This means that weight training will help boost your metabolism and, in turn, burn calories, meaning a reduction in body fat and improved weight loss. For each pound of muscle you gain, you actually burn 30 to 50 more calories per day. So bring on the muscle, right? Number 2 reason why I love strength training is that it enhances your mood. Exercise releases endorphins, which improve your mood, prevent pain, and even fights depression. My clients who add strength training to their weekly exercise plan tend to feel more confident and capable as a result of lifting. Number three is that you can gain strength without the bulk. Unlike men, women typically don't gain size from strength training. This is due to the levels of testosterone women have compared to men. Typically, young women have around 10% of the testosterone that men do. Because of this, women will develop sexy muscle tone and definition without the bulky size. Thank you, God, right? So, number four is it helps reduce the risk of heart disease and diabetes. So, weight training can help improve cardiovascular health by lowering bad cholesterol and increasing good cholesterol. And in turn, this will help you lower and regulate your blood pressure. Using weight training as a part of your routine, ladies, will also help improve the way the body processes sugars, which may reduce the risk of diabetes. All of this reminds me of Sarah. Now, I actually got on a call with Sarah personally, and she told me that she had been trying to lose weight and fit in her sexy clothes for the last 5 years. It drove her crazy to have such cute clothes sitting in the closet, never to be seen by anyone. Now, Sarah is a very smart, beautiful lawyer that that keeps busy in a very tight schedule. So when Sarah came to me, she was frustrated with her body and tired of carrying around the excess weight in her belly, her arms, and her back. You see, she had lost 20 pounds 10 years prior to our call, but she couldn't seem to lose the final 15 and get that sexy lean tone that she was hoping for. When I asked Sarah how she lost 20 pounds, she said, "Well, Carissa, I went on a diet that only allowed me 1,100 calories per day, and I spent countless hours on the cardio machines." Then I asked her how much fun she had on her diet and her cardio machines, and she said that she hated it with a passion. But because she was losing weight in the past, she kept doing it. I then asked Sarah how much she weighed 5 years ago compared to now. She said, "I might lose a pound here or there, but not enough to keep wanting to do this to myself. Plus, my business has doubled, so working out 7 days a week like I used to doesn't work for my life anymore." You see, Sarah was tired of eating less and sweating her ass off daily on the cardio machines and still not seeing the inches melt off her body. She was ready to feel sexy and confident and again in the courtroom. And she knew without a doubt that if she could lose more body fat and look toned, that she would have the confidence to scale her business yet again. In 45 minutes, Sarah was able to get clarity on how to finally lose body fat and sculpt out the lean, sexy, healthy body she had been craving. Sarah was so sick and tired of not loving her body that she decided to work with me. And after just 8 weeks in my program, Sarah was able to lose 10 pounds of fat and increase muscle mass, which gave her the strength, confidence, and a sense of self worth. Sarah didn't just want to lose weight, but what she actually wanted to do was lose body fat and lay down some lean muscle so that she could see muscle definition on her body. She also wanted to feel confident in her clothes so that she could kick more ass in the courtroom. Okay, epiphany number three. I want you to start thinking that small changes can equal big results with your health. While you may believe that big changes are the only way to achieve real results, small lifestyle changes can make a big difference in your overall health and well being. When changes are too drastic, it may leave you feeling overwhelmed, deprived, frustrated, and stressed out. Don't get me wrong, I am all about helping my clients achieve those big goals and dreams. However, I understand how important it is to break down your big goals into bite sized pieces that are totally doable. I teach my clients how to make small lifestyle changes. Why? Because I believe that in order to lose weight and keep it off forever, and yes, I said forever, it all comes down to little daily habits, rituals, and routines that we can create for ourselves. Most of the women that I coach, they all want to live a healthier lifestyle, but they're just not sure where to start. Losing weight, feeling energized, and creating unstoppable confidence isn't all about exercise and food. Do I believe that movement and food play a big role in getting healthy and feeling great? Abso-freaking-lutely, 100%. But your path to good health doesn't always start at the gym or in the grocery store. It starts with solid routines, healthy habits, and less stress. Creating good habits and routines that support less stress, quality sleep, and self care are critical elements when it comes to getting healthy and staying healthy. Now, I want you to meet Tiffany. Tiffany owns a very successful social media company. She told me that she used to love doing things that made her happy, such as running 5Ks, reading, being a mom, and growing her business. When COVID hit, she found herself stuck in a serious rut. Tiffany had allowed her mind to be so consumed with tons of negativity that it was not only affecting her personal health, but also her business. She woke up every day unmotivated, a little depressed, and she wasn't taking care of her body like she used to. She said, Carissa, I literally get out of bed, crawl into the office, still wearing my PJs, work for a few hours, and then drink wine at night to unwind. I'm not running. I'm not eating healthy. I'm not being the best mama to my kids. And I'm super irritable when I'm around my husband. Now, during our epiphany call, I noticed that she was constantly comparing and judging others and herself for what they were or were not doing. Tiffany knew that if she wanted and needed to get back to feeling healthy, vibrant, and positive for not just herself, but also her clients, her husband, and her kids, Tiffany's goals were to create a morning, midday, and evening routine that would allow her to get back to eating healthy, running 5Ks, stressing less, not drinking so much, and sleeping better at night. She knew she needed to make many changes to get back to her old self and to feel, and she, in fact, was so overwhelmed by all of those changes that she just stayed stuck in a state of paralysis. It wasn't until she started working with me that she became truly unstoppable. It only took Tiffany 2 weeks to start feeling a bit more motivated, energized, and healthy. Before I knew it, Tiffany was food prepping, eating healthy meals, running daily, taking time for self care, and bossing up in her business. By the end of 12 weeks, Tiffany had lost 10 pounds and gained her life and business back. She went from feeling blah to badass, and her family, husband, clients, and employees love being around her again. Over a 10-week period, Tiffany worked on three major things. Number one was she wanted to build a morning routine she was excited to get out of bed for. She then built a midday self-care practice that allowed her to recenter herself and run again, which helped her de-stress and mentally prepare herself to be the best mom for her girls at night. Then Tiffany worked on a perfect power down hour, which allowed her to shut off her brain at night and finally get some quality sleep. Tiny tweaks in her normal morning, workday, and evening routine left Tiffany feeling back in control of her life, health, and her business. Now, there's one final epiphany that I want to talk to you about, and it's probably an uber important one. It's all about owning your true badassery self and becoming the boss babe queen. I have come to realize that women play small when it comes to taking care of themselves. Ladies, you can try it all, right? You can exercise, you can try a bubble bath, you can lose weight, you can get Botox, you can start a new relationship, give yourself a bonus or a promotion, and everything else in between that you think will make you happy. However, over the years, I have come to learn that these things will not give you the kind of joy and happiness you desire until you can unlock your badass self and start to understand your worth. This is the real secret sauce to my mythology and that you won't find anywhere else. At my unhappiest times, my eyes were wide shut to the truth. I had low self esteem. I had zero confidence. And I was always comparing my body and my results to the other ladies in the gym and even in the grocery store. I never considered that that lingering feeling of not being happy was coming from a lack of self worth. Instead, I thought that if I could control what was going on the outside, it would fix the inside. And I did lose the weight, but it still didn't make me happy, didn't make me feel any better. It didn't make me believe in myself. Trust me, I gave it my best shot, but fixing the outside without addressing the inner side stuff doesn't work. It wasn't until I started investing in loving myself first that I became a true badass boss babe queen that I am today. Now, the real key to change is treating yourself like a queen. Until you know deep down that you are worth loving, investing, and believing in, it will be hard for you to make the necessary changes in your life to love your body, feel confident, and rock the skin you're on. Only when you feel unstoppable inside can you step up and unleash your healthiest self. Now, I want you to meet Tammy. When I first met Tammy, she said, Carissa, I want to look fit. I want to feel sexy and confident, and I want to rock my best life. As a doctor, Tammy knows how important it is not to have excess weight around her midsection. If anyone knows the health risks that come with being overweight, she does. She's a doctor after all. However, with all of her knowledge, she still wasn't able to pinpoint why she couldn't lose the weight. She thought it was her lack of consistency in her diet and her exercise plan that were holding her back. She also had a deep rooted belief that in order to lose weight, it was going to take a shit ton of hard work and be super complicated. Now, lack of consistency and discipline is a big factor when it comes to losing body fat and looking lean and more defined. However, I could see that it was her sense of self worth that was truly holding her back from finally losing those unwanted inches and owning her true badass self. In a matter of 1 week, with working with me and my team, Tammy unlocked and shifted her self worth belief system. That allowed her to finally start to take care of herself. And more importantly, she literally believes that she is worth treating herself like a queen now. You see, I wholeheartedly believe that once women believe that they are worthy, enough, and capable of change, only then do they show up, boss up, and truly thrive in life. Once women become queens of their own castle, they make some better decisions for themselves. They share their opinions, they walk away from toxic BS, they let the stories go that have been holding them back for years. They take risks, and in my experience, they boss up and achieve unthinkable things. But it all starts with getting to the root cause of your own worthiness. So, are you ready to be the woman you were always meant to be? If so, I need you to ask yourself a simple question. Do you want to spend 80% of your time obsessing about how your body doesn't look good, eating tasteless, boring food, jumping from diet to diet, spending countless hours in the gym, and stressing out about the number on the scale for the rest of your life? Because there are two ways to get the sexy, confident body 365 days a year. Okay, option one. You can either take my advice, tips, and strategies from this video and try to implement them into your daily lifestyle. You can continue to search millions of Google pages, YouTube videos, and Facebook groups for the latest diet trends and information on how to shift your mindset, habits, and body. You can spend tons of hours researching your custom calorie target, figuring out which foods are right for your body, how to plan, prep, and cook healthy meals for you and your family, and which workouts are best and most effective for you. And lastly, you could try and hold yourself accountable to showing up and reclaiming your best life. I call this process insanity because you could literally lose your mind sorting through all the information that is out there. Or you could pick the faster, more direct, and easier option. Investing in yourself gets you the 10-week proven strategy to a more healthy, abundant, and kick-ass life by working with me and my team of personal trainers, nutritionists, and coaches. We're going to help you boss up and live your healthiest life ever. We absolutely love working with women who know what they want and need and are willing to show up and get healthy so that they can truly thrive in life. Getting the body and confidence of your dreams, ladies, doesn't have to be hard, complicated, and stressful. But you do need to let go of what the media has brainwashed you to believe. You need to give yourself permission to actually achieve the results that you've been craving easily. So let's talk about your struggle with losing weight and feeling good in your body. Over the years, your mind has been brainwashed and conditioned to think that losing weight and getting healthy is expensive, it's complicated, and it's hard. Why? Because the health and wellness market revenue was over 44 million in 2019 and will reach over 60 million by 2025. This massive amount of marketing dollars has brainwashed us all into thinking that in order to be skinny and lose weight and feel happy, that we need to buy all the fancy equipment, order all the expensive food, buy the amazing workout clothes, and jump from diet to diet. Ever since I was a little girl, I used to think that in order to lose weight and love my body, that I would either need to go on a diet, starve myself, take pills, work out constantly, or use guilt and shame as a form of motivation. I mean, think about it. Magazines, billboards, social media, shit, even Barbie was super skinny with a smile on her face that made me think that in order to be happy, that the number on the scale needed to be low. I have found out that what women really want isn't to be skinny, but in fact, what they really want is less body fat, more muscle definition, and they want to look and feel confident in their bodies. Once women see definition and lose the fat, they then realize what they really want, and that is to look like the queen that others see in them, confident, bold, and sexy as hell. So now that you know what you actually want to do, right, and you actually want to achieve, let's quickly recap. Okay. I want you to ditch the diets. Stop depriving yourself. Start eating food that you love. My clients become masters of their body and they learn how to honor their food needs and become intuitive, mindful eaters. Number two is I asked you to ditch the insane workouts. Do the right workouts to get you the results that you actually want. You don't need tons of cardio. You just need the right mix of cardio and strength training to build lean muscle, because muscle, ladies, eats fat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I teach women how to move their bodies in a way that's fun and flexible, but also gets them results that they see and what they want. Ladies, just 4 days at 30 to 45 minutes is all you need to build a strong, sexy body. Number three is I asked you to ditch the go big or go home mentality. When it comes to looking good and feeling energized and creating unstoppable confidence, the true shift comes from how you tackle the small things. You can start with you can start with the extreme and build small daily lifestyle habits that are easy and fun to do constantly. That's what helps you show up and play big. Remember, ladies, health isn't all about the number on the scale. It's about being healthy in all areas of life, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Total mind, body wellness. That's what I help my queens do, and they truly thrive. And the last thing that I'm going to ask you to ditch is the old story that lives deep down inside your subconscious mind that tells you that you're not worth it or worthy enough to change. When you have these elements in place, that's when your fitness and your health results skyrocket. And that sense of struggle that you have been basically become someone else to feel comfortable in your own skin, this is what dissolves it. Because everything becomes so much easier when you drop the struggle. When we work with our clients, the very first thing we do is work with you one-on-one at the deep subconscious level to surface and release the stories and the patterns that are holding you back and keeping you stuck. Getting to the root of the real issue at hand and learning how specifically self-sabotage your results are critical when making lasting changes. Shifting the way you think about food and movement and self-care, right? All those stories start to surface, and only then can we start to change our physical life. Now that once that energy is freed up, we get you working and developing on simple lifestyle habit changes. So in my program, right? And today I just covered a few of the pillars, but in my program, in module 1, we talk about motivation and vision. Getting clear on what your health and wellness priorities are is essential. It's hard to crush our goals if we don't know where we want to go and why we're even starting it in the first place. In week 1, we create the long-term vision for your success, and we break it down to anchor and implement it into your daily life so that you can manifest the goals and dreams so much faster. In module 2, which is all about nutrition and how food is fuel for your bodies. Now, during these weeks, we talk about the importance of becoming an intuitive mindful eater. You will become the master of your own body's needs and wants. We discuss how to honor your hunger and fullness, identify which foods are right for you and your body. And then you'll learn simple ways to track, plan, and prep your meals so that you can show up for your best life. Module 3 is all about exercise and body movement. Now, during these weeks, you're going to learn the difference between exercise and movement. You will also understand how to build a fun and flexible workout menu that will help you shred body fat and build lean muscle, which will give you that toned, sexy look. In module 4, it's all about self-sabotage, stress, and becoming a relaxed person. Now, for many women, stress can have a direct impact on their weight. Whether it causes weight loss or weight gain can vary from person to person and even situation from situation. But you're going to learn holistic ways to de-stress and relax more, which will allow you to burn more fat, feel good, and boss up in all the other areas of your life. Now, module 5 is all about one of my biggest keys to my success, which is self-care. Self-care has been a huge key to my success over the last 5 years. I had to realize that when I didn't show up and take time for myself, I wasn't able to truly show up for the people that I loved the most in my life. In this week, I help you develop a self-care plan that is customized to you. Module 6, all about routines, rituals, and our daily habits. Now, it can sound kind of counterintuitive, but developing daily routines can help us feel more in control of everything and help us make room for all that's important. During this week, we create powerful energy boosting routines that allow you to wake up with energy and power down at night and finally get some sleep that you've been needing. Module 7, ladies, is all about this crazy thing called work-life balance. Balancing your professional and personal life can be challenging, for sure, but it's essential. You need to learn to rebalance your life by figuring out your biggest priorities. Oftentimes, it's our lack of being able to say no to others and letting go of perfection and putting unrealistic expectations on ourselves that leave us feeling unbalanced. And the last module, which is all about good gut health. So sometimes all the self-care, clean eating, body movement, and relaxation does not cure your digestive health issues. During this week, we talk about the role of our gut, the importance of a healthy gut, and getting your gut to do its job. Now, this isn't a DIY program. It's a very much done with you. And what makes us different is that we not only support you on both a deep subconscious level, but we combined it with strategy. This isn't just the how-to tips. There are plenty of that, yes, but it's the strategy. It's the proven framework. It's much about who you need to be to have the body and confidence you crave. We have one-on-one mindset supportive and conditioning sessions. We have unlimited Voxer support because even I understand that when it comes to creating healthy habits and bossing up in a big way, sometimes you need some extra support, love, and accountability in your back pocket. We have live Q&A group coaching calls every single week, which are small groups of 25 or less. And not only do you get to have your questions answered as you implement my framework and my proven system, but it takes the guesswork out of everything. By the time my team and I get to ask you some questions that will really help us see what's getting blocked or what or scared or distracted, so we can hold you accountable and you can gain control faster. There's also a Facebook community so that you have peer support as well as support from myself personally, as well as my team. And please, okay, don't even bother applying for one of my spots in my program if you're someone who will just disappear a couple weeks in, because we will hunt you down. So go ahead, scroll down and read some of my client testimonials. My goal is to have you share your testimonial 10 weeks from now, which means you're going to have to get the results that you've been wanting. If you can say yes to the statements below, then we are a match made in heaven. Are you an action taker, decision maker, and a real go-getter? Are you a woman who wants to look and feel healthy? A woman who is ready to take responsibility for her actions? A woman who wants to make an impact in this world? A woman who is ready to achieve the next level of success? Did you answer yes? Then we would, of course, be a match made in heaven. Now, my programs are not for complainers or excuse makers, or women who won't get out of their comfort zones in order to change. So if you're a high achieving, goal getting woman who is ready, truly ready to boss up and shred body fat, double her energy, and feel sexy and confident in her skin, I want to encourage you to fill out a 3-minute intake form, which you're going to see below, and let's talk. I will ask you a series of questions to understand where you're stuck and what's actually causing your stuckness. And we'll listen to not just what you're saying, but for what you haven't even realized yet. Now, on this call, we're going to talk in great detail about your vision, because without one, you're going to run out of energy and willpower. We will flesh it out. We will make it visible. And then together, we'll create a clear path from where you are today to that vision on where you want to go. If at that point we are unable to support you, I know so many other amazing coaches and programs that may be a better fit. And I promise I will offer you them if I don't think that you're a good fit for me and my program. But honestly, we don't work with every woman. If we are not 100% sure that we can help you, we won't even offer you a seat. We're really good at building healthy habits and helping women feel like boss babe queens. But what we do isn't for everyone. So again, if we discover that we're not the right fit, I'll always refer you on to someone who I know can help you. And absolute worst case is you'll have spent an hour talking to an expert who is able to lead you to achieving the body and the life of your dreams. You will be able to uncover the hidden patterns that are sabotaging your attempts at becoming the healthiest version of you, so that you can finally make the shift that allows you to show up and boss up in your life in a way that you want to and get healthy and happy. So if you're like, hell yes, Carissa, this all sounds like something that I am 100% ready for, then go ahead, fill out the intake form below, then pick a time that works for us, for you to chat with us. This is it, the moment of truth. Are you actually all ready? Are you all ready to say yes? I hope so, because there is nothing subtle about the change that's coming. It's time, ladies, to unleash your healthiest self.